all started with Stan's questionable act of kindness, saving the world from bad karaoke.
He yanked the cord out of the speaker.
The next day, Cal planted an earworm in Stan's head about talent shows.
Cal, I cracked it. The missing donuts case is really about hidden juggling talent.
Stan, that's not evidence. That's you auditioning for a neighborhood talent show.
Only with these two could pastry theft turn into a talent search.
Cal, if we can solve mysteries, we can host a talent show.
Stan, Scooby Snacks won't cover the insurance liability.
It was a leap, but hey, neighborhood morale was already in a free fall.
The talent show has its headliner, John Anderson himself.
Forget juggling donuts. If John Anderson's in, they may actually have a shot.
Mr. Anderson, we present the Neighborhood Talent Show and a chance for YOU to headline the program.
Projected audience, 12 neighbors, 3 confused dogs, and 1 guy who thinks this is an HOA meeting.
And just like that, the pitch was live. Equal parts ambition and impending disaster. Classic Cal and Stan. Catch it live on Kindness Rising, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and good morning out there. I am getting myself on the stage. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Kindness Rising. Have you ever worked on a big idea with a friend only to realize you're one glitter mishap away from a full-on feud? Today on Relationship Thursday, we're diving into creative clashes and how a little kindness can turn failures into the funniest moments. Gen X, we've been through our share of creative disasters, garage bands that broke up over set lists, theater groups that imploded over costume choices, and even school projects that ended in silent treatments. But those fights and flops, that's where trust and resilience and creativity can be built. And our buddies, Calder and Stanley, are figuring that out for themselves as they prepare for today's, or for tomorrow's, not today, it's not happening today, it's happening tomorrow, the big neighborhood talent show.
Sequins makes our costumes and everything better.
Stan, you glued them to my dress socks while I was still wearing them.
That's called immersive glitter therapy.
Boy, they're immersing themselves in glitter and getting ready for that talent show. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and every weekday morning on Kindness Rising, I show up with you right here where kindness meets real life. All right. When you build with someone else, a band set, a mural, or a neighborhood talent show, you're also building the relationship. Miscommunications, bruised egos, and awkward silences are just part of the deal. But every misstep can deepen that trust if you stay self-aware and own those flops. Years later, the failures you hated become the stories you laugh about and the glue that keeps your crew together. All right, here we are on Kindness Rising. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and we always try to give you a little something to take away with you. I've got a couple of them today. I'm starting early with our takeaways, and this is the 5 ways to keep creative relationships healthy. Name your expectations early. That's about self-awareness. Knowing what you want and saying it out loud sets the tone. You want to laugh at the blooper reel. That's all about kindness. When we choose humor over harshness, it softens the sting of mistakes, and it reminds us to treat each other with grace when things get messy. Make sure you're taking breaks before your blow-ups. That's about balance. Stepping away, that restores our perspective. You can't create well when you're fried, so pressing pause keeps relationships steady. Celebrate those wins. That's all about action. Progress isn't always giant leaps. Every finished lyric, sketch, or edit counts. Recognizing forward motion builds momentum. And last, we want to apologize fast and forgive even faster. That's growth. That's owning your mistakes and moving past them And that's how relationships mature. Each apology is a step forward, not back. And that is your 5 ways to keep creative relationships healthy. Speaking of creative relationships, we got our boys over there. They're still working as hard as they can, checking stuff out. I think it's time for a little tech chest. How about check test? Wow, got that one mixed up. How's it going out there in the community? We are building a community right here at Kindness Rising and in the Mornings in the Lab Network, and we want you to be a part of it. We appreciate those of you who are. Welcome. Mike Sullivan, how you doing out there in San Fran? Appreciate you very much. The network is joining in. I think that might be our buddy Keith Billis over at Mornings in the Lab. It might even be Melissa if she's out there listening, maybe even Jimmy. I don't know. We've got a small team here, but we support each other. It's amazing. Lady Drew, basically becoming part of our team here, showing up every day along with Buzzy B Driven and Adam Holroyd, our OG solid loyal listeners. We appreciate you so much. Lady Drew, you like my cap? I like it too. It's a one of a kind, although we'll see what happens here. We're testing out merch vendors and checking out product that they can offer. I like this one too. Banana VR, banana nana. All right, are you nano banana? What's your deal? Welcome. We are glad you are here. Appreciate you showing up, spending your time. We know you have places that you can choose to spend time with, and we appreciate that you spend them time here on Kindness Rising and with the Mornings in the Lab Network. Thank you so much. All right. Still got that little bit of a tingle in my head. I think it's these chilly mornings waking up is getting me going. But I hope you can hear me all right, and we're having fun out there, getting ready for the big show at 8:00 of Mornings in the Lab. But here on Kindness Rising, we explore big ideas and hidden stories because curiosity is where growth begins. Get some tunes going here. All right. And we always talk about a couple of organizations that lean into our themes that are out there doing good in the world because we want to spread the goodness and tell people about all the great stuff that's going on. And here's 2 organizations that really understand the significance of creative collaboration. The first one, we're talking about the Collaborative Arts Network. This is a nonprofit that helps musicians, artists, and creators navigate the messy middle of collaboration. From mediating bandmate conflicts to offering workshops on co-leadership, they remind us that creative friction doesn't have to end in breakups. It can become the spark for new art. And their recent Conflict into Creativity program compared artists from different mediums to deliberately clash styles, and the results were both chaotic and inspiring. I love mashups. I love when artists get together and do the unexpected. One of my favorite ones of the past few years, it's been a few years now, but I still listen to it. Our buddy, may he rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne paired up with Post Malone for a track, and I just really enjoyed that mashup of styles and music. Neither one of them are in my top 10 probably of bands that I love. Their creativity together was amazing. We've got a second organization to talk about here on our spotlight. We're talking about Creative Mornings. What started as a free breakfast lecture series in New York became a global movement. 70+ cities where designers, storytellers, and entrepreneurs gather monthly to share ideas. Every event ends with conversation, not just presentations, because collaboration is born in dialogue. The latest theme, Chaos, oh man, we know about chaos, that explored how uncertainty and failure can be the birthplace of growth. It's basically TED Talks with a side of community. Cool organization, Creative Mornings, along with the Collaborative Art Networks. These organizations show us that creative collaboration isn't about keeping it smooth all the time. It's about learning to argue productively, listen generously, and keep going up. More comments. Banana, you're still out there. Lady Drew, anyone desire to dance? Oh, she's inviting a little dance. That's fun. I hope the music makes you dance. Kaysen Pickens, welcome. 7:42 a.m. and you Eastern, and you are here with us. We appreciate you. This is Kindness Rising. We welcome you into the coolest community that gets up with a morning dose of humanity and humor. Check it out. Stick around for a bit and see what you like, because I'm sure you will. Mother dear, Roseanne Roof, she is out there, of course, every morning. Kindness at its peak was seen during that devastating time and continues to organizations through today. Yes, today is a big day. We'll just acknowledge it real quick. September 11th, obviously a gigantic day for us in the history of the United States. There may be people who are not necessarily from the United States out there, but I'm sure you know because it was the biggest impact in the world. And my mother, thank you for reminding me. I've said it before here on this show. One of the inspirations for my kindness is my mother, who right after 9/11 went straight down to New York City. She was feeding and clothing and caring with the first responders right on the front lines. It's giving me chills talking about it right now. Through the American Red Cross, an amazing gift that she gave to the world. Thanks, Mom. All right. That one got me for a second there. All right. We checked in on our community. We're here with Lady Drew. We're here with Banana. Kaysen, I hope you're still out there living with a little heart and humanity and maybe just a touch of humor, because that's what we do here on Kindness Rising and the Mornings in the Lab Network. We know this, that strong brands and great bands feel strong creative partnerships. They both start their day by eating. What? Eating? No, not talking about bacon, eggs, and a short stack of blueberry pancakes. Backstage, we're talking about the 5-ingredient recipe that helps your brand jam, experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment, of course. Experience and expertise. We want you out there to share your riffs. That's what you do. You know who you are better than anybody else in this world. You have value to offer, and we can help you show that value here on Mornings in the Lab. You have authenticity when you're honest with your strengths and your blind spots. That helps in creative collaboration, and that helps you get up and get after it every day through your brand. And trust, follow through. That's the key of collaboration. Follow through. I have fallen into the trap of missing follow through, and it never ends well. Ghosting the jam kills the vibe. And finally, entertainment. We like to keep it playful. We get into jam band spirit here. We get into Gen X nostalgia. We have Cal and Stan, who I think are still working on some stuff. Kaysen Pickens, you got to go. God bless. God bless you too. I hope you have a wonderful day. Entertainment, we're talking about it right here. We're keeping it playful. We're having fun. We're getting after it in the community. And the Midel Network is here to make sure that Midel, I have a little script here, little notes, and I write Midel, but that means Morning in the Lab. And they're here to help you eat your right every day, every weekday. Best projects feel like a festival jam, imperfect, collaborative, and unforgettable. Chad, where are you?
There has to be a better way.
Where have you been, brother?
Dave, I've been working on a new podcast.
Ditch the podcast idea, man. Start hosting a live show instead.
But how?
Easy. Join the Mornings in the Lab live network. All you got to do is show up. The lab takes care of the rest.
You guys are the best.
Live beats boring, pre-recorded podcasting every time. True motherfucking story. Join the Mornings in the Lab live network today.
I've got a question for you. What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun? That's what I do every day. I'm here to help. I'll tell you from experience that your world will change for the better when you shift from consumption to creation. When you start to create things, you start to see things differently. Differently, you're open to new ideas, and those opportunities just flow. I'm Matthew Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, with years of experience helping people tell their stories and grow their impact. On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies, real world tips, and ideas that you can actually use. There's no perfection here, though. Let me tell you, you'll see bloopers, real conversations, and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. Every highlight, every nonprofit feature, every laugh. You can trust that what you see here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. So hit subscribe and join the show where experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and hopefully a whole lot of entertainment come alive every morning. Stay uncommon and stay kind. All right, that's usually how I end the show, but I just needed to throw it in there today because I appreciate you, all of you that have come out to check out Kindness Rising this morning. Unserious AF. I would wake up on a yacht with 20 women. I bet that would be a great story for you. Unserious. Absolutely. I hope that dream comes true. If that's what you want to do, you can make it come true, but you got to have a brand first. Put yourself out there. If you think that's the brand that's going to land you on a yacht with 20 women and that's your goal, we can help you here at Kindness Rising. We can also help you get up and get after it with hope and humanity and heart. Have a little fun, keep it real, and have a good time. All right. So here we are. Back to our buddies. Cal and Stan just wanted to give us an update, I guess, from last night when they were rehearsing.
If we add this spin and a knee slide, we'll crush it.
Last time you tried that, you crushed my shin in the stage light.
Greatness requires sacrifice.
There's Stan. He thinks greatness requires sacrifice. I agree. Greatness does require some sacrifice. But when you're having fun doing it, you're enjoying it, it doesn't feel so much like a sacrifice. This is Kindness Rising. Welcome to the show. When I play this song, which I enjoy, it comes out of two different speakers in my ear. So it's kind of trippy, actually. But this is the Kindness Rising theme that I've come up with lately. I think I'm enjoying this vibe. We may stick with it. Saw Lady Drew said there's dancing happening. I hope you get up and dance, whatever you're into. Obviously, Cal and Stan are trying to do their dance too. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so we always talk about things that we're going to give you here on Kindness Rising. We want you to walk away with some information and some education, as well as some entertainment. And we want to talk today about creative collaborations and looking for those warning signs when red flags pop that a creative collaboration might be cracking. You want to catch them early, and you can still save the friendship or the project. First warning sign. It all starts with communication. Communication is fraying. Conversations feel clipped or awkwardly silenced, and spontaneity disappears. You can tell the difference between when somebody is really communicating with you or they're hesitant and things are starting to fall apart. Unresolved arguments on loop. The same conflicts keep playing over and over again without resolution. Got to work towards those resolutions with a little bit of kindness. I hope you will. But that unresolved arguments on a loop is a key warning sign that your collaboration might be falling apart. How about the one-sided workload? I think we all been there. One partner shoulders all the efforts while the other one starts to drift. We've all felt it, I think, probably. I think it's a common experience when you're working on projects with people. There's an erosion of trust and respect. Trust is the foundation of all great relationships. But when the snarky eye rolls and the broken promises start creeping in, trust and respect are starting to be eroded, and you're at a warning sign of your creative collaboration breaking down. Emotional exhaustion and avoidance. You dread talking or dodge tough conversations altogether, ducking in and out of places. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Hide. Oh, here he comes. Better move this way. There she goes. It's something I think we've all experienced, probably both sides of that coin, being ducked and ducking out maybe. But we want to face those problems head on in order to deal with our conflict instead of exhausting and avoiding. It's a habit that I've learned. It's taken me a long time. I'm still learning it every day. But I hope that you will too, to keep your creative collabs going. And then there's the stalled projects and siloed work. Momentum stops, the collaboration turns into a parallel solo efforts, and you no longer have a collaboration. Those are your 5 ways, warning signs that your creative collaboration might be falling apart. If you're tired of waking up to noise and negativity, I hope you'll join us every weekday morning. We pull the 6 strings of life: kindness, balance, action, curiosity, self awareness, and growth to help you start your day with clarity and kindness. Let's check in one more time here with Cal and Stan and see if they've learned any lessons from today's events.
That's so cool. You actually apologized to the stage crew?
Yeah. I fixed the light I broke, swept the stage, and even brought them pizza.
Look at you, Head, turning a flop into a standing ovation.
Turns out kindness is cheaper than stage repairs.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. There they are. They are learning. Stan's doing the is learning how to do his make some apologies and make his collaborations creative better. Maybe there is a little hope for this talent show tomorrow. Anyway, I'm jumping into the comments again. I see Roseanne and Lady Drew interacting. I appreciate you. Roseanne says, Lady Drew, I'm with you. I love the music this morning. Makes one want to move, not snooze. All right, cool. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you up and moving just a little bit, get that blood flowing before you head on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends for some real high energy stuff and great conversation. As a matter of fact, we always have a connection here between Kindness Rising and Mornings in the Lab. We are a coordinated effort. We are a network. That's one of the key things you get when you join our network is this type of collaboration, working with each other on topics, getting to know each other, and keeping it real. And let me tell you, I've working with Keith and Jimmy and Melissa. This is a creative collaboration that is working well. Those warning signs are nowhere in sight. All the great ways that we can form collaboration, they're happening through amazing tools that we use, AI tools, communication tools that we have as a team, as part of the network. And you can have access to those too if you want to join our network with your own program. I'm Matthew Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. I'm here on YouTube. I'm Kindness Rising. I am on LinkedIn. I am on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as well, although my primary is right here on YouTube and over on LinkedIn. Check me out. Come reach me if you want to get a show. Creative collaborations, creative friendships, even driveway chats. Sometimes they hit that moment where you need to wrap it up gracefully. Gen X knows the art of the Irish exit and the just one more song excuse, but leaving people hanging can scorch connections. Ending a conversation well is like finishing a great jam band set. You don't slam the door, you let the notes fade and leave everyone smiling. Try a genuine compliment, a quick recap of what you appreciated, or promise to pick it up the next time. That's how you leave people wanting an encore, not having a grudge. And that's what Keith's show today is diving into, the ways to end conversations without burning bridges. And speaking of endings, looks like we have one more little message from our buddies. Maybe.
I ended my conversation with the stage crew by moonwalking out of the room.
Dude, moonwalking after an apology isn't closure, it's confusion.
Hey, at least I didn't slam the door.
All right. He didn't slam the door, but moonwalking out after an apology, probably not the way we want to do it. But I welcome you here to Kindness Rising every morning, weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Hang out with Calistan, see what happens. Tomorrow is absolutely the neighborhood talent show. If they can pull off the last minute details, you can come and check that out. We've got Friday fandom. I always try to weave a Gen X fandom or theme into our Fridays because I just think it makes it fun. I like to talk about stuff that I loved as a kid growing up and all that. And tomorrow's Friday fandom weaving into with the talent show, still talking about the six strings that we talk about for our lives and all the positivity and branding talk that we have. But we're going to weave in those castaways who spent all those years trying to get off of that island. We're talking about Gilligan's Island. I'm weaving it into tomorrow's story. If you're a Gilligan's Island fan, come on out. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two about those guys. Anyway, I would have loved to do the moonwalk. However, I forgot my shoes. Oh, well, you can't do the moonwalk without your shoes. The Stones have staying power over the years, despite differences between Jagger and Richards. So true, right? You hear about these. I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan. I can always talk about the Grateful Dead. There is a lot of those things, those bands that figure out how to stay together despite those creative differences. They work them out. They come out later. You hear about the conflicts and things. I've read several books about the Dead and all the conflicts that even in that peaceful, great group, there were problems. And usually that comes, my experience, it often comes down to money, right? It starts there and then things start to unravel. All right. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising every morning, weekdays, 7:30 a.m. Eastern on the Mornings in the Lab Network. Get on over and see Keith, John, and friends at 8 o'clock for their jam today. They're going to be talking about ways to end conversations without burning bridges, for sure. Here's the thing: failures in creating together aren't the end. They can be the beginning of understanding. We have scars from our own collapsed garage bands and half-painted murals to prove it, but those memories remind us the best art, strongest friendships, and the funniest stories all come from picking up the pieces and trying again. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising. Every weekday, we find balance between the serious and the silly, the personal and the global. It's not perfection, it's about perspective. Thanks for bringing your perspective here to our community that we are bringing. Like and subscribe to the channel if you're out there listening. Get involved in the community. I promise we don't bite. We may even help you along the way. We appreciate you. I'm Matthew Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. Thanks for joining me here at Kindness Rising. Get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. They're about to start just right about now, and I am signing off for the day. So as we always say here, stay uncommon and stay kind.